Hello, everyone, and welcome to Veeam Data Platform for the second half of 2023 Security Deep Dive. Today's webinar is sponsored by Veeam and produced by Actual Tech Media. My name is Keith Ward with Actual Tech Media, and I'm thrilled to be your moderator for this special event today. Before we get started, though, I need to cover some housekeeping items. First, we encourage your questions in the questions box in your webinar control panel. Keep them coming too, because we have Veeam personnel ready right now to answer questions during the presentation. That Q&A panel is also the place to let us know about any technical issues you might be experiencing. If that happens, give your browser a quick refresh. That should fix most of the issues you have, whether you can't see or hear something. If that doesn't work, give it another refresh and things should fix themselves. If they don't, let us know and we will hop on it and try to help you out. All right, next up, take a look at the handouts section, which is right next to that questions tab up there on your left. There you will find some awesome resources, including several great ones from Veeam. Now, the Veeam resources today include a link to building a cyber resilient data recovery strategy and a PDF that provides an overview of the Veeam Data Platform. They are free resources and they are available to you right now. So head on over there and download those. Now, you will also find in that handout section links to the Gorilla Guide Book Club, where you can get access to our ginormous library of books on technology topics. Little elf reference there. There's also a link to the ATM Events Center, which has our calendar of upcoming events. Take a look at what we've got and sign up for anything that looks interesting to you. And I bet there's going to be a number of events that kind of tickle your fancy. And third, at the end of this webinar, we will be awarding a $250 Amazon gift card to one lucky registrant. Now, you do have to be in attendance during the entire live event to qualify for the prize. The official terms and conditions of today's prize drawing can be found also in the handout section. And with that, everyone, we are ready to move along here to our main event. It is my pleasure to introduce you to our presenter today, Alexei Strygen. He is the Director of Product Management for Veeam, and he is ready to go. So, Alexei, the floor is yours.
Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing great today. Thank you for joining the session. My name is Alexei Strygen, and I'm Director of Product Management here at Veeam Software. Today, I would like to update you on exciting security features and enhancements that we are releasing with the upcoming Veeam Data Platform update. I would like to talk about two things today. First of all is your backup environment security, and the second are the features around threat detection and the ransomware recovery. Let's start with backup environment security. Let's have a look at a simplified cyber kill chain and understand the sequence of events that threat actors are most commonly employed during the ransomware attack. Well, first of all, they're gaining the access into our environment. After gaining the access, they're moving laterally through the network. They discover resources, they steal the credentials, they evade the defenses, and exfiltrate the data. Right before threat actors execute the ransomware encryption payload, the backup system becomes their target. They will have to damage the backup system in order for us not to be able to recover the data and pay the ransom. The backup system is often considered as the last line of the defense against ransomware. It is very important to secure our backup infrastructure, use storage with the immutability, and test our backups. According to multiple industry reports, ransomware accounts for around 20% of all cyber crimes. If we don't let threat actors to compromise and damage our backup environment, we can make sure that we restore our data. We can also increase our chances of avoiding an encryption event. Veeam's flexibility improves security. Your backup environment represents multiple resiliency domains for threat actors to compromise. They will most probably go after your backup console and backup server, where they will want to discover your data protection scenario. Highly secure backup server is going to represent a challenge, as well as your backup storage with the immutability and your secondary backup storage if you are following 3-to-1 rule. The bottom line is the goal of protecting our data is about making threat actors' life more difficult. We have released Backup and Replication version 12 in the beginning of the year, and it had a great number of security features and enhancements, like MFA for backup console, best practice analyzer with the security checks and the recommendations, a single-use credentials for Linux so we don't store passwords in the database, group managed service account support, Kerberos, and many other features that I was so excited about. Well, we didn't stop there. In the upcoming 12.1 release, we're introducing many other security features that I'm so excited about. Let's have a look at them. One of my favorite is syslog support. Why is my favorite? Well, because it allows integration with the same tools. Now, Backup and Replication server is going to be able to send all of the events in the syslog server. You can let your security team know that today Veeam Backup supports syslog, and you can work with them in configuring very important alarms. One of the alerts you can configure is a failed MFA login. Imagine a situation when a threat actor is operating in your environment. They have stolen your credentials, and they're on your Bastion host right where the backup console is installed. They're trying to log in using your credentials, and MFA stops them. You would want to have a security alert, and you would want to respond. Another types of the alerts that you can use is attempt to delete the backups or attempt to delete the repository. Another great feature that we are announcing is a key management server support. With the KMS support, Veeam will help you to stay in compliance with the encryption key rotation and simplify your operations. Today, backup administrators will have to rotate the passwords. They'll have to store them somewhere. These passwords can get lost. These passwords can get deleted by threat actors. The Enterprise Manager recovery key is a critical component that we definitely going to recommend you to enable, because if your KMS server gets damaged or compromised, you may end up being in a situation where you can't restore your backups. I would definitely recommend exporting your encryption keys from the Enterprise Manager, writing them in a few pen drives, and keeping them in a safe together with your printed instant response plan. That can save you in a situation where the KMS is compromised or your encryption keys are stolen or lost. We have added 4 eyes authorization for destructive operations. You may be using a secure repository without the immutability, and you would want to prevent human error in deleting the backups. Or as an example, threat actor can be trying to delete the backup from the backup console using the same session that you are using to work with your backup environment. So 4 eyes authorization will require the secondary administrator credentials and the approval in order to proceed with that destructive operation. We have also upgraded Veeam Security and Compliance Analyzer. We have introduced built-in scheduler and email notifications, and we have added over 20 brand new security checks that have been carefully selected by Veeam Application Security team. Why the security checks are so important? Let's have a look at a few of those. Backup console MFA should be enabled. That can stop threat actor gaining access to your console and discovering your resources. And with a syslog, it can send the alert to the security team so you can respond. Let's have a look at another check. Backup server should not be the part of the production domain. Well, threat actors are very well known to discover privileged credentials. If they gain domain administrator credentials, they will be able to get into your backup server, and they will be able to try to destroy your backup system. It is best practice to keep your backup environment away from the production domain to avoid this situation from happening. There is another check like Windows Remote Management Service should be disabled, together with a Windows Remote Desktop. So why do these services have to be disabled? Because if we could shut them down, threat actors are not going to be able to access our backup server, even if they have the credentials stolen. Unfortunately, threat actors are known of using the native operating system tools for the lateral movement, and the Windows Remote Management or Remote Desktop can be one of those. Another check is talking about a hardened repository. It says that hardened repositories should not be hosted in virtual machines. Veeam gives you the flexibility of the deployment, right? You can have your backup infrastructure deployed entirely virtual. You can have it deployed entirely physical. But it's a bad practice to keep your hardened repositories in virtual machines. More than 50% of all ransomware attacks end up being the hypervisor ransomware. If you're going to have your hardened repository on the hypervisor and it has been damaged by a threat actor, you may have a problem getting your backups recovered. So it's very important to follow the security checks, and the bottom line is your data becomes safer as you successfully clear more security checks. We have developed a brand new Threat Center dashboard and Veeam Monitoring and Analytics update, and we have integrated the dashboard straight into the backup console, so you don't need to have another console to look at. This is one of my favorite features because it shows you the security and the health score of your data protection environment. It will go and analyze your backups are immutable. It will go and analyze if you are completing your backups. It will get you the SLA and RPO anomalies. So if you're not completing your backups in time, or you're going over your recovery point objective for some of those. It will also display the threats detected by built-in or even external threat detection technologies. This is at a glance view that is going to get you a really great information that you can rely on and work on your backup system towards securing it, towards getting your servers protected, getting your servers verified for the recovery, and so on. There are some other features that we have implemented. There's a lot of them, but I'll speak about some of those. There's a Veeam Veeam configuration backup immutability feature. Now you can enable the immutability on the configuration backup. There's an option to disable background retention. Now this one is very important. If you find yourself in a ransomware attack situation, you would want to disable the background retention. Veeam expires the backups automatically if you have configured time-based retention. If your jobs are configured using the restore point retention, you would need to run another backup in order for the older restore point to expire. In the ransomware situation, unfortunately, not always you're going to be able to start your recovery immediately. Sometimes it's going to take time for the hardware to be delivered, for the cyber insurer engagement, and it may, take a week or even more before you actually start your recovery. You don't want a retention to expire your backups because that restore point may be used for the recovery scenario. So there is an option to disable the background retention. Please double check if you are using the time-based retention with your Veeam backup and replication jobs, and make sure that you put it on your incident response plan. One of the tasks that is going to be to disable the background retention. We have also upgraded the SSH connectivity security system-wide, and we have upgraded data encryption algorithm security. So that algorithm has been upgraded to the latest standards, and it's the same AES-256. Let's have a look at Veeam hardened repository improvements. Hardened repository allows you to use any block storage to store your backups. It is secure, cost-effective, and high-performing repository that is one of the most widely used by Veeam customers. In the 12.1, we are adding time shift detection feature. It is known that correct NTP client configuration on Linux host can't prevent the NTP attack. However, the new time shift detection technology will prevent Veeam services to accept and use system time, no matter which technique threat actor is using. The time shift detection is going to block the immutability flag change, is going to block backup retention, and it will send the alert in the backup job, and you will see it straight in your statistics. Veeam's advantage is flexibility, and you have a freedom to choose which backup storage vendor to use. There are multiple options, including block storage, object storage, on-premise object, cloud-based object storage, deduplication appliances with immutable snapshots, tape libraries, or Veeam has developed the integration with the HP StoreOne's immutability. In the new update, we are releasing the support for the data domain retention lock integration, so our customers who are using data domain will get more secure. We're also updating the StoreOne's Catalyst immutability integration by supporting the Catalyst copy immutability. Now let's dive deep into the brand new security features that will help with threat detection and ransomware recovery. Back in 2019, Veeam has introduced the signature-based backup scanning. The scanning has been a part of the Sure Backup and the Secure Restore, where you could perform the antivirus scan of your backups during the recovery. In a 12.1, we are improving the signature-based scanner. We're adding that simplified Sure Backup mode for antivirus scanning, where there's no virtual lab is required. You can schedule your scans to run weekly, daily, as much as you need. We're also adding your ad hoc signature-based scan. You can simply select the restore point and run your scan when needed. It will also mark the infected backups and restore points in the user interface. Now let's talk about encryption event detection. Along with signature-based scanning, we have introduced potential ransomware activity alarm and suspicious incremental backup alarms in Veeam monitoring and analytics back in 2019. These two alarms could help to detect the encryption and understand which servers are affected. In the 12.1, we're introducing a brand new inline ransomware scanner and content analysis. Well, here we are doing two things. First of all, it's the on-the-fly data entropy analysis, and the data entropy will read the blocks on the proxy or on the agent side, and will understand if this block has encrypted data in it. It will also analyze the content of that specific block. It will look for the dark web links or ransom nodes. This is a great technology that is going to be that is trained using the AI and ML for the false positives. Now, the second technology that we're introducing is a file index scan. So, you know that you can enable the indexing of the files in the Veeam backup job. So once that enabled, Veeam Index Scan is going to detect over 4,000 known IOCs that are currently in the database, and with this database is being updated daily. In addition to looking for the specific IOCs, Veeam File Index Scan will detect the anomalies because it will compare your restore points and the files in your restore points. Like if you've had a 1,600 brand new files added suddenly with a suspicious extension, Veeam Index Scan will flag it as an anomaly. It will also mark infected backups and restore points in the user interface. On top of the signature-based backup scanner, we are introducing a brand new YAR threat detection engine. YAR is a very powerful threat detection tool that is widely used in digital forensics and incident response. And now it is integrated in the Veeam Data Platform. You will have the option to scan your backups with the YAR engine as an ad hoc. You can simply right-click on the backup and it can scan with the YAR by providing the YAR rule. The YAR engine is also integrated into the Sure Backup and the Secure Restore. The YAR engine can be used daily by your cybersecurity team to hunt for the specific threats or determine the timelines of when that specific threat has been first in your environment. or during the incident response. So let's have a look how Yara Engine can be used during the incident response. Imagine this is your timeline of the backups that you're making daily. We have a threat actor getting into our environment on the day one. The threat actor is moving laterally through the network, and he's infecting a few servers with some malware on the day 7. On the day 9, threat actor is executing the encryption of the servers. Now, with a brand new Veeam inline ransomware scanner, we're going to be able to detect the encryption event. However, the question is, which restore point can we really go back and start our recovery? Can it be day 8? Well, this is where forensic analysis comes. If forensic analysis has identified a malware strain in some of your servers, you can use Yara Engine to scan your backups for restore points that have been infected, and you can find a truly clean restore point faster. Around 70% of ransomware attacks are the malware-free, but you can be in a different situation where Yara is going to be very helpful. And finally, 12.1 features brand new incident API and a system-wide threat awareness. Veeam Backup Server features data analytics service. The data analytics service receives the alerts from different sources. One of them is the signature-based or Yara scanner detection events. Another one is the inline ransomware scanner with the detection events. And we have also developed a brand new incident API that allows Veeam to integrate with the security tools and receive critical alerts from them, mark backups and individual points, restore points are infected. You will also have a system-wide visibility on infected backups, including monitoring and analytics and a Veeam orchestrator. You'll be able to see all of the backups and the restore points that were affected. I hope you like the new security features of the upcoming release of a Veeam Data Platform. Thank you for joining the session, and please feel free to ask questions. Have a good day.
All right. Well, thank you so much for that overview of the Veeam platform and all the updates, Alexi. That was fantastic stuff. What I especially loved as you were going over it was the new inline ransomware scanner. That looks fantastic. I mean, to me, that feels like a crucial feature that'll save companies a lot of time, money, and grief because, folks, there has been no slowdown on ransomware anywhere. It continues to ramp up. The bad guys are getting more clever, and so this kind of thing is the sort of idea that will really be a boost and a great defense against what they're coming up with. So with that, everyone, we are getting close to the end of this event here today. But before we wrap up, I have one more piece of business, and that is the Amazon gift card prize drawing. Now, I mentioned at the beginning, you have to be present for the entire event to be eligible for the $250 gift card, and we do have a winner for today, and that winner is Jiho Johnny from Maryland. Congratulations to you, Jiho. We will be in touch very soon to get you your card. And with that, folks, we're just about out of here. On behalf of the Actual Tech Media team, I want to thank Veeam for making this event possible. I want to thank all of you attendees, as always, for being here with us, for your great questions and interest in this topic. And that concludes the event. I'll see you in the next one, everyone. Have a great rest of your day.